Ah, look, he's there. Welcome to the Brad and Squeeze Show. Hey, what can I say, man? I'm a trooper or what? What am I, a trooper or what?
Trooper! Trooper!
Trooper all the way,
With a
man.
capital T.
You know,
Where are you,
the
at
only
this
thing
moment? Are you at the airport?
I am at the Norman Manley International Airport broadcasting live from Club Kingston Lounge. They actually allowed me to do that.
Wow. So you were doing
Nice of
it.
them, right?
You were doing it from the airport lounge, Squeeze. Nothing
Yes,
like
I am.
you're like the Jamaican MacGyver. You improvise and figure it out.
I'm down for one day and up for the rest of the other days.
That is correct. That is correct.
That's me, man. Story of my life. It's called resilience.
Yes. Now,
You know,
do you get like some free food there? What's going on over there? Is there like free food
I
at the
don't
airport
know.
lounge?
They always take care of me here. They always give me a lot of free
You
food
get some
and
like free beer or something like Red Stripe. What do they got? You're in
free
the airport
free.
lounge. They got to give you something for free.
No, trust me. The people in this lounge, Club Kingston,
Yeah,
they're the best.
they're the
They've been
best.
taking care of me for years.
Yes, because
Yep.
how many airplanes have you been on in the last 12 months? Do you think rides, literally up and down? Would you have to take a guess? Because you are never in the same place twice. You're like Waldo.
Maybe, maybe about 30, 35,
That's it?
maybe more.
More than that.
No, maybe more.
Maybe,
Because every
yeah.
weekend I'm flying. So,
Right. You
yeah.
fly back and forth every weekend. You're back and forth twice. So that's two.
Let me ask you something.
What?
If you were in my position and you had a business in another country, that is a cash business, would you fly back and forth or would you just let someone else handle it, like a Zenmar?
I would let Zenmar handle it and let Zenmar get very rich on your back. I think that would be perfect. I think that would be actually perfect.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I think that would be perfect.
Some friend-
All of a sudden, like Zenmar's driving around in a Bentley and a Ferrari, and Squeeze is like, "Why can't I pay the bills? I wonder why."
Yeah. Thank you, Squeeze.
Yes.
Thank you, Brad.
Right.
Stay in New York.
Zenmar's like, "Squeeze is the best boss ever,
Ever.
ever."
But anyway, we're here. We're ready to get the immigration questions answered. All compliments to the law offices of Spar and Bernstein. This is called the Brad and Squeeze Show. And of course, Brad is at 225 Broadway in New York City on the 5th floor. And we want to remind you that, of course, the page that you should be going to is our Facebook Live page, Brad and Squeeze. Make sure you put your questions there. We'll get your questions answered later on right here on, of course, the Brad and Squeeze Show, the noon edition. And do remember, we come your way each and every single weekday, live at 9 and live at noon. So, Brad,
Yes.
I'm ready to rock and roll, man.
All right. So you want to know what? You want to get right into immigration?
I want to jump right into immigration. I mean, it's a new year. I think a lot of people need to sort out their immigration status and find out, what needs to get done immediately before Mr. Orange Guy changes his mind about a lot of things. And he's already doing that anyway.
Yeah, I think the optimal word that you should be using is you want to fly right into immigration. I mean, you got to use
right into it. Thank you.
Everything because you are at the airport should be airport related. Like you want to fly right through. There's Trump has a lot of security vetting right now, for example. And so you gotta make sure you get things moving a little faster than usual, right? You don't want to carry your baggage around. You want to be able to deal with your immigration issues. I mean, let's use every airport word we can come up with in our show today.
I see a lot of people checking in earlier with their green cards, and I'm looking at and the guy said, "Hey, Squeeze, what's up, man?" It's like, "How long you had your green card?" "Oh, about 5 years now." I'm like, "Wire addresses?" "Oh, I don't know." I'm like, Trump knows. Right. Okay, you may want to become a citizen. So one of the things that we want to tell everyone that's out there: call Spar and Bernstein. Let them get your citizenship process started. They're good at it. I can tell you that. They've got good super lawyers at Spar and Bernstein. Make sure that you reach out to them and become a citizen. You'll find out that there's so much more benefits. And God forbid if something happens, guess what? You're still in the United States. You're not kicked out.
Squeeze.
Right.
Like, for example, I'm going to give you an example. The Haitians, they've lost their TPS. That's going to be ending very shortly. The Salvadorians,
what about the
Salvadorians, their TPS is going to end in September of 2018. The Nicaraguans have lost their TPS. You're talking about over 1 million people over 1 million people. And not saying all 1 million had an opportunity to get a green card. A lot of them probably wanted to get a green card and couldn't figure it out. But I know for a fact there is a large group of Salvadorans, Nicaraguans, Haitians who have had the opportunity, whether they knew it or not, maybe they didn't even know it because they never even looked into it, but have had opportunities to be able to get a green card, never did because they said...
Anything about it?
I don't know. I don't know why I don't do it. I got my work permit, and now everybody's racing, everybody's rushing, everybody is literally flying to get to a lawyer to figure out what to do before they become illegal and perhaps even get deported out of the United States. It is so incumbent upon...
Well, you want to know something, Brad? A lot of it has to do with culture and procrastination and people not taking the things that they should be taking serious in their life. And I sound a little bit redundant there, but I want to be. A lot of folks need to realize...
Why do you say it's culture, though? You think it's culture makes people...
I think, yeah, because, for example, I know a lot of my Jamaican friends, they're like, no, I don't want to become a U.S. citizen. I am Jamaican. I want to stay a Jamaican citizen. I'm like, yes, you can stay a Jamaican citizen, but you can also be a U.S. citizen. You can have dual citizenship. Unless you're planning on running for politics, you can become, can have dual citizenship.
And if you plan on running for politics, then you want to be Prime Minister of Jamaica one day, then renounce your U.S. citizenship. It's not the end of the world.
Then renounce it. Right.
There's very few countries, Squeeze. There are very few countries in the world where you have to renounce your citizenship to become a U.S. citizen. Japan, for example, is a country where if you're a Japanese citizen, you want to become an American citizen, you have to renounce your Japanese citizenship. There are a few countries where you have to get permission in advance to be a dual citizen. One that comes to mind is Germany. Germany, you can become a dual citizen with Germany in the United States of America. You just have to ask Germany for permission first and get approval before you swear in to become a U.S. citizen here in America. But I would say in the vast majority of countries, in the vast majority of cases, you can be a dual citizen. You can get the benefits of both citizenship of your native country, whether it's Jamaica, Canada, England, France, whatever it may be, Italy, and you can also be a citizen of the United States. I've seen people, Squeeze, that have had 3 or 4 citizenships. I've seen people with citizenship of Jamaica, Canada. They had England and the United States. I just saw a client about 2 weeks ago who had 4 different four different national passports and was a citizen of 4 different countries. Okay, so you can not only be a dual citizen. I don't know, was that a quadruple citizen or whatever that may be? You know, it's like the old Rodney Dangerfield. When you ever see that movie with Rodney Dangerfield, and the clerk says, how do you want to pay? And he whips out like 20 credit cards. He's like, here, pick a card. Like literally, you can walk through. You can walk through the airport. You're like, who are you today? Pick a passport. So I mean,
pick a passport.
Pick a passport. One, yeah. So you can and so really, you have everything to lose, if you're living in America and not working on ultimately becoming a citizen. Ask the Salvadorans, ask the Haitians, ask the Nicaraguans, ask the Dreamers, ask the people who just lived here and said, I don't need to get a green card because I got a social and driver's license. I somehow was able to get it. I could live here fine. Ask those people because there's a lot of them. Okay?
Right,
you have
exactly.
everything to lose these days by not becoming legal, by not doing the right thing, which is...
And you want to know what, Brad? I want right now, it's a new year. It's still the first, we're in the second week of January 2018. I want every single person right now who understand what Brad and I are speaking about to pick up their phone right now, dial Spar and Bernstein, and book that appointment to get the process started. Here is the number, 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Call, ask your questions, even if you just got to go in and get a consultation, even do that, but get the process started. And one of the reasons why I'm saying you should actually go in and see Brad or any of the other attorneys is because sometimes we make silly little mistakes and screw it all up. We have heard quite a few questions this morning where people screwed up the process just by making simple mistakes. Let the team at Spar and Bernstein handle that for you. Yes, Brad.
Squeeze, I would like, we still have a social media queen, Kim. Okay, she's in the background. She's still conversing with Team Squeeze and and Brad Squad. I would like her to put up a poll right now. Okay? I'm curious what people think. Are people not becoming citizens because they think they're no longer going to be a national of their country that they were born in? Do you think that's the reason? That's Squeeze's opinion.
Yeah.
Right? That was
people
your
are saying
opinion.
That they wanna,
people said they don't want to lose their Jamaican citizenship or their Trinidadian citizenship or their Haitian or their Canadian. What?
I'm about to tell you. Want to know what the biggest one is?
What?
People are saying that they do not want to become a citizen of the United States right now because of Donald Trump.
That's not a reason.
A lot of people are saying.
God, that's not a reason.
That is not a reason.
That's
not a reason.
I
agree with you.
Because Donald Trump will be way gone as president. Unless you plan on dying in the next 2 years, okay, you're going to outlive Donald Trump's presidency. You want to become a citizen.
Yes.
All right. If you plan on dying in the next 2 years, then no reason to do it. All right. I don't think anybody plans on that. So I'd like Kim to put up, and then maybe we can have Kim join us later, and she could report on the poll. Okay? And let's make the poll, Squeeze. Yes. Let's figure it out. The poll is, are people not becoming citizens because they're scared they're going to lose their birth nationality? Is that
why not become a U.S. citizen? Well, that's a question. Why not become a U.S. citizen? All right?
But don't you have to? But doesn't the poll have to be yes, no? I think so.
Okay, I guess we could do that.
It has to be yes, no. All right, I'll tell you what. Let Kim figure out what the poll is, and maybe Kim could join us later on and report on her poll numbers. And I will tell you, if the poll is 1-0, that means no Brad Squad and Team Squeeze are not doing their job. Okay? We want to see some poll numbers.
There you go.
All right? 1-800-529-5465. We have a whole bunch of calls, Squeeze. All right? Maybe in the airport lounge you have somebody who wants to come over and ask a question live on the show. You never know.
You know, when you're answering a question, I'm going to go grab a coffee or something.
Go grab
see if anybody...
Go grab some coffee and go see if anybody has some questions. Why don't you go to the free food line, okay? And the free food line at the lounge. Okay, go to the free food line because the people there are already getting free food. They should also get some free legal advice as well. It's a great service that the airport lounge provides. Free food and free legal services.
Yes.
How's that? All right.
Did I tell you whose American Express I used to get in here?
Oh, wonderful. Thank you very much. 1-800-529-5465. I'm going to tell you something. Okay, when you have to pose as Brad Bernstein to get into the airport lounge.
They're like, Mr. Bernstein?
You're Mr. Bernstein? Why? You look a
Bernstein, huh?
They said you look a lot darker than I imagined.
Yes, I am Mr. Bernstein.
All right. Wow. So that's our next poll. Can Squeeze pass as Mr. Bernstein? We have 2 polls now. Do you believe Squeeze passed as Mr. Bernstein? I don't believe he did.